Good morning, boys and girls. It's Teacher Talk with your story today. The story I have for you today is Sheila Ray the Brave. I thought this is a great story with what's going on in the world right now. I know some of you are a little scared and a little nervous and not sure what's going on. And so we just need to be a little bit more brave. And so, Sheila Ray wasn't afraid of anything. She wasn't afraid of the dark. She wasn't afraid of thunder or lightning. And she wasn't afraid of the big black dog at the end of the block. So she's not afraid of anything. At dinner, Sheila Rae made believe that the cherries in her fruit cocktail were the eyes of dead bears, and she ate 5 of them. At school, Sheila Rae giggled when the principal walked by, and when her classmate Wendell stole her jump rope during recess, Sheila Rae tied him up until the bell rang. "I am very brave," Sheila Rae said, patting herself on the back. Do you think those are good things to be doing, tying your friend up? No. So be tying your brothers and sisters up when you're at home with your family right now. Sheila Rae stepped on every crack in the sidewalk without fear. When her sister Louise said there was a monster in the closet, Sheila Rae attacked it. And she rode her bicycle no-handed with her eyes closed. "Yay, yay, Sheila Rae!" her friends yelled, clapping their hands. So she has no fear, does she? One day, Sheila Rae decided to walk home from school a new way. Louise was afraid to. "You're too brave for me," Louise said. "You're always such a scaredy cat," Sheila Rae called. "Am not," whispered Louise. Do you think it's a good idea to take a different route home? I don't know. Let's find out what happens. Sheila Rae started off skipping. "I am brave," she sang. "I am fearless." She stepped on every crack. She walked backwards with her eyes closed. She's not even worried one little bit, is she? She growled at stray dogs and bared her teeth at stray cats. And she pretended that the trees were evil creatures. She climbed up them and broke their fingers off. Snap, snap, snap. She uses her imagination too, doesn't she? Sheila Rae walked and walked. She turned corners. She crossed streets. It suddenly occurred to Sheila Rae that nothing looked familiar. What do you predict is wrong, boys and girls? What do you think's wrong? Let's see if you're right. Sheila Rae heard frightening noises. They sounded worse than thunder. She thought horrible thoughts. They were worse than anything she'd ever imagined. "I'm brave," Sheila Rae tried to convince herself. "I'm fearless." Do you think she's feeling brave right now, or is she scared? Yeah, I think you're right. I think she's scared. She's lost. The sound became more frightening, or the sounds became more frightening. The thoughts became more horrible. Sheila Rae sat down on a rock and cried. "Help! Help!" she sniffled. She thought of her mother and her father and Louise. "Mother! Father! Louise!" she cried. Is it ever good to wander off by yourself, boys and girls? Absolutely not. "Here I am," a voice said. "Louise!" Sheila Rae hugged her sister. "We're lost," Sheila Rae said. "No, we're not," said Louise. "I know the way home. Follow me." Louise stepped on every crack. She walked backwards with her eyes closed. She growled at stray dogs and bared her teeth at stray cats. Who's brave now, boys and girls? Yeah, Louise's. And she pretended that the trees were evil creatures. She jumped up and broke their fingers off. Snap, snap, snap. Sheila Rae walked quietly behind her. They walked and walked. They crossed streets. They turned corners. Soon their house could be seen between the trees. Sheila Rae grabbed Louise and dashed up the street. When they reached their own yard and the gate was closed behind them, Sheila Rae said, "Louise, you are brave. You are fearless." "We both are," said Louise, and they walked backwards into the house with their eyes closed. I like that story. Her sister became brave at the end of the story, too. Sometimes we can be too brave and do things that we probably shouldn't do. Do you think Sheila Rae should have wandered off a different route on her way home? Yeah, no, she shouldn't have. My challenge for you today is I want you guys to write maybe a sentence if you're a beginning writer, or a paragraph about a time that you were brave and you did something brave. And share this with your friends and your family, or if you have my number, send it to me. But yeah, I want you to write about a time that you were brave. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.